I'm Glenn with Creative Crown, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about flexible crown moldings. I've got a little table set up here to do some illustrations with. The first thing I like to say is flexible crown molding comes in a lot of shapes for inside or outside curves or circles or radiuses. And the biggest problem that you run in today is trying to get flexible crown molding to match your regular straight line crown molding in a room. You may have one wall that's got a curve on it, maybe 6 feet, and the rest of the room, maybe 20 foot left over, is straight crown molding. And the problem is you can't get them to match. Well, most of the flex molding companies will say, well, we can make straight moldings to match your regular moldings. I meant straight flexible crown moldings to match your regular moldings. And flexible crown moldings are not exactly inexpensive, so the cost is really prohibitive. So at Creative Crown, what we've done is we've made molds for all of our foam crown moldings that have matching flexible crown moldings. Okay, the next thing I want to explain to you is a lot of companies says we have flexible crown molding on the shelf, it's ready to ship. Well, that's kind of hocus pocus. If it's a flat crown molding, kind of like a belt that you put around your waist, sure, it's going to work fine. So, you put a belt around something wide like that and it will stay flat. But if you're using something like a regular crown molding, like this, it has a projection to the top. Or our foam crown moldings that still have a projection to the top. You can see on the flex, it's mounted on the wall, it has a projection to the top. Well, I've got a bucket here, and what I'm going to show you is we folded some heavy duty paper kind of at an angle, kind of like you would do with a piece of molding. And we're going to just try wrapping this around the wall. Of course, it's a bucket, and you can see what's going to happen. It doesn't work. It's going to bind up. The reason is because there's not enough material. This is a shorter length on the bottom down here than it's going to be up the top. So I'm going to show you with a pair of scissors what's going to happen. I'm going to cut this a few times with a pair of scissors, and I'll show you that it will go around the bucket or the radius like so. But you'll notice the V's that are there. So what that means is there's not enough material on the top edge of the crown molding. So what I'm saying is, even on the inside of the bucket, if you try to put the inside, you can see it's all going to crinkle up on you. So you have to have less material at the top of your crown molding to make it conform to an inside radius. Now you see I've made some slits, and what's going to happen is all these slits are going to fold together on each other on the inside to make it work. So if anybody's telling you that they have flexible crown molding in stock ready to ship, you probably need to hang up and go somewhere else, because it's not going to work. I'm going to roll a piece of this out on the floor in just a second here, and I'm going to show you the curvature of how this works. Okay, when you receive your flexible crown molding, it normally comes in a box and it's rolled up like a fire hose. And when you unroll it, you'll notice that it has a curve to it. Now, this particular piece of crown molding is an outside radius. This is the top and this is the bottom of it. If it was an inside radius, it would look like this, and this would be the top and this would be the bottom. But flexible crown moldings are made in a big rubber mold on a flat surface. The material is poured into it, it's cured, and the part comes out of it. Every mold is bent at a certain radius to meet the curve or circle of your room. Now, all of our flexible crown moldings have foam crown moldings that butt right up to them, and they match perfectly. And that way you can do foam crown molding on your straight runs and save a large amount of money, and use your flexible crown moldings on that short wall that you have, maybe a 6 or 8 or 10 foot wall. You save a lot of money. Now you'll notice at the top up here that this is an outside radius, and you can see the curve that's bending outward to projecting outward. Now, the way you're going to install this is you're going to put PL adhesive on the back side, and you're going to go up and you're going to nail this with a brad nailer or finishing nails. Now, you want to keep the top projected out. What you might do is measure from the top toward the wall and put pencil lines along the top of the wall. Or you can take a little piece of our foam molding and cut it off and carry that around the top radius of the wall and mark as you go along the radius. Then you simply go up and butt that up to the foam molding and then start putting your nails in here about every 12 to 16 inches and keep that curve going all the way around, lining up with the pencil mark as you go around the room. And this is the way that flexible crown molding is manufactured. That's how it's used and installed.